Good morning. It is April 17th, Tuesday, 2018. And nothing new to report. I haven't weighed myself in a little bit, so I don't even know where I'm at. But so yesterday I was doing the reverse fast. Basically, I was not eating all day. I ate at 4 o'clock. I was going to wait till today, but I was really hungry. So I ate at 4 o'clock. I had sauteed green beans, which I know are not no carb, but they are low carb. When you you do the net carbs, it's really, really low. Like for a cup of green beans, it's like 4 grams. And then there's, I think, like 2 or 3 grams of fiber. So essentially for 1 cup of green beans, it's 1 carb. I had 2.5 cups of green beans. I measured them before I cooked them, but of course they shrivel, they shrink a little bit once you cook them. I didn't measure them after I cooked them. I measured them before I cooked them. So it was probably closer to 2.5, because there was like 3, I think it was 3 cups that I tossed in there. So it was really good. I sauteed them and had butter, bacon grease, garlic, and salt. It was wonderful. They were nice and crunchy, al dente. And then I had some chopped meat with cheese. The guys had cheeseburgers, and I just didn't want a cheeseburger, so I just chopped my meat up and had cheese with it. So that was what I had for dinner. I did have some Doritos, but not too many. And then I had a cup of coffee and a cup of tea, because I was freezing. I am still cold. It's 37 degrees, but it's a wet, yucky coldness. Does not feel even like spring whatsoever. No exercise other than the walking around. I don't even know. I probably got in 5,000 steps. I don't really have got a lot of steps in. So not a whole lot of exercise, but so we'll see where I was at. I haven't weighed myself or anything, or measured myself or any of that stuff in a long time. I should probably do that. So that's it, really. Not much else going on, in the Virginia world. Today, doing the same thing. I did have Dunkin' Donuts yesterday morning, and this morning I'm having Dunkin' Donuts. I did make a Metamucil shake, just because Metamucil is good fiber for you, so it helps you stay full. It's got, I don't remember what it had for carbs, but it's got, after you take off the fiber, it's very low carbs, so it's really not that bad. But I made it in a shake because I tried it in my tea and it just was disgusting in my tea. And I tried it with my milk and it just made everything too thick. So I made a shake with it this morning. So I put Metamucil, almond milk, and like 4 cherries in there. And it tastes pretty good. So that's what I will drink after I have my coffee, because I did stop at Dunkin' Donuts this morning for a coffee. And we'll see I'm going to weigh myself tomorrow morning and measure tomorrow morning and see where we're at and see how this is working. Is it too much sugar, and is it putting on weight? That's the only way you're going to know, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what the cause of the problem is by trial and error. So if I haven't lost any weight, or if I gained weight, is more like it. If I've gained weight, then I know that it's too much sugar consumption, and I need to back off of the Dunkin' Donuts coffee and potentially just bring my own tea in the morning. This way of eating, this fasting, I'm going to switch it back up. I know my body. My body gets used to something, and it just starts to flatline. So I have to shake up my body and make it think, woo, what are you doing? So the only way to do that is to shift the way I'm eating. So, before, it's still 16 to 18 hours, just like before. So before I was eating, I would stop at 8 o'clock and I would eat at 12 o'clock. Well, actually 20 hours because anyway. So now I'm stopping at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. I think I stopped at 7 o'clock last night because by the time I was done cooking, everything was closer to 7. So 7 o'clock, we'll call it 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and I'm not eating until 4 o'clock. So I think that's 20 hours actually. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it when I logged it into Vora yesterday. I just did it. So we'll see. I'll let you know tomorrow what it actually is because I'm not doing the math right now. So anyway, that is that. You know, I there's nothing else really, but I do want to touch a little bit on, you know, what's going on in America right now. What's going on in America? Same old bullshit, like always. You know, we got, you know, the president of the United States. Doesn't matter what president it is, just a different face, different name. It's still the same president. Some are just a little dumber than others. Others know how to be a low key. Some just need to run their face. You know, some do a little bit more harm than others, but you know, whatever. This president we have is just a moron because he doesn't know how to stay low key while he's doing his bullshit. So right now what we have going on is 2 black men were in Starbucks, and because they were sitting in the lobby and they didn't order anything, employees called police. Many people feel that there has to be more to the story, that they should have ordered something. It's not, you know, wrong for Starbucks to ask their patrons to order something because it is an establishment. Let me just tell you, like, I look like a white girl, so I never get harassed. But let me just tell you, I've gone into Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks. I don't order from Starbucks, ever. When I go into Starbucks, and I have a business meeting with another individual. Usually white, because that's what Maine mostly is. Never once was I asked to leave. I had my laptop out. No, I didn't. I had no cell phone. I just sat at a table. Just sat there. Never asked if I needed help or if I had any questions, or nobody ever came up to me. Nobody ever said anything to me. Sorry, every time I record. I know plenty of people who go to Starbucks and sit in Starbucks, go to McDonald's and sit in McDonald's, go into Dunkin' Donuts and sit in Dunkin' Donuts. Now, as a former employee of Dunkin' Donuts, I know that it drives the employees insane that people just go in and use their Wi-Fi, but that's what it's there for, without buying something anyway. That's what it's there for. So, the fact that the police were called on these 2 black gentlemen, and what I love is that the young lady, the white young lady who video recorded the incident, was a little upset that her friends were like, well, there has to be more to the story. No, there doesn't. This is what happens in America, people. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. This is what happens in America. It happens everywhere, but it should not happen in America. It should not. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're transgender. I don't care if you're a Mexican, Peruvian, Indian, Muslim, black, whatever you are, you should be treated the same as everyone else, period. And that's all that black people want. And I don't call them African Americans. Let me just reiterate that. So anybody who hasn't watched prior videos knows. I don't call black people African American because that does not distinguish who they are. A white person can be an African American because there are white people in Africa. So all that essentially means is that you were in Africa, you were originally from Africa, and now you are in America as an American resident. That's all that means. And technically, 99% of the black people in America are not from Africa. They are American. So therefore, they should not be called African American. They should be called American. period, because they are American. The fact that you still question Caucasian, Spanish, Hispanic, Peruvian, all of those things drives me in fucking insane. Why do you give a shit what my ethnicity is? Is that going to change any benefits I receive? Is it going to change how you look at me as an employer? Is it going to change how you look at my credit? Like, why does it matter? Why? Why does it matter if I'm Caucasian? Why does it, and why is it Caucasian? Why, you know, why is it Caucasian in African American? Like, seriously, why aren't you calling yourself European American? Or why aren't you calling yourself Irish American? Anyway, so in America, we have this problem, this superiority problem. And we have this problem where we feel that because somebody is a minority, they are more likely to harm us or commit a crime or be bad for society. When in actuality, because white people, doesn't matter what country you're from, if your skin color is white, you're white, you are the majority, you commit more crimes. It's just, you gotta do the math. You gotta do the math. If there are 10 people in a town and 2 of those people are black and 2 in 10 people are arrested for a crime, society, American society, wants you to believe that it's the black people, the 2 out of those 10 that commit that crime. But in reality, it's 1 black person, 1 white person. But if you actually really think about it, it's actually 2 white people. Because there's more white people than there is any other race. So they are the majority of everything. They get the most assistance, federal assistance and state assistance, because there's more of them. They commit most crimes because there's more of them. They pay them more taxes because there's more of them. They have higher paying jobs because there's more of them. It's just math. It's simple math. Simple math. Now, with that being said, because there's more of them, they tend to control things, which they make it so that way it leans in their favor more. Now, here's a twist on all of this. There are more women in the world than there are men. How is it we're not controlling shit? I'm gonna leave you with that fool thought, because I don't understand how they're keeping us down. We run everything in this bitch. We control our homes. How are we not running? And in America, there are other countries where there are presidents female presidents for that country. But in America, if that doesn't tell you the twisted bullshit we have in this country, I don't know what does. There are more women in America as a whole than there are men. It's all over the world, but in America. So I'm just going to talk about America. So how is it that we do not have a female president? Probably because the men of our country belittle women and shit all over us and keep us down. Because we pretend to have equality. We pretend to have justice. So that way the masses stay happy. But it's just a facade. Now, I wouldn't want to live in any other country because we do have a lot more freedoms, per se. But, you know, I don't have to worry about the government coming and shooting me or killing me, per se, mind you. But, I don't know. Makes you wonder, huh? All right, guys. So you guys have a wonderful day. You know what I say? The best investment you can make is an investment in you. What are you investing in you today? Today I am investing heat because I'm freaking cold. So invest a little bit of open-mindedness and education. Knowledge is the key to peace. Just keep that in mind. Knowledge is the key to peace. Okay? All right. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.